Warm greetings to one and all. Today, we are going to hear a tech talk by CSE department on the topic self-healing IT systems. Myself, Dr. S. Kavita Murugeshan, HOD CSE department, is highly honored to present a title Self-Healing IT Systems, a mandate requirement today. What are self-healing systems? How can you develop one? And you all know when we people get injured, our bodies self-heal. But what if technology could also do the same? That is the concept of today's tech talk. Let me start with a small quote of healing process. Pause, breathe, repair your universe, proceed. The self-healing process is a built-in mechanism that keeps the system in order. Modern IT systems are somewhat similar to our human body. The need for uninterrupted uptime is the current need of all end users. So today, the companies are racing to develop the self-healing systems which could improve the quality, cut cost, boost customer trust. So self-healing systems today, the need is given by our own human body's self-healing response, because if our self-healing response is not better or proper, it leads to disastrous. All of us knows that. So in the same format, in IT systems, without a self-healing mechanism in organizations, they will face a system downtime effect. So today, in order to rectify all these problems and to improve the quality, cut costs and boost customer trust, many of the companies are racing to develop self-healing systems. IBM is experimenting with self-managing products that configure, protect and heal themselves. The mission-critical applications might malfunction or fail to run entirely if we don't take this particular self-healing concept in this necessity of this particular period, because it leads to hampered productivity. When productivity losses because of heavy data loss, there is a loss for business opportunity even. So, it is not so easy to get recovered from such a major system failure, because recovery from a major system failure exceeds the cost of the system itself. In 2014, a report by EMC estimated that global enterprises lost more than 1.7 trillion US dollars every year due to data loss and downtime. There are three main self-healing components which are being used in all IT systems to a major level. The self-healing system can proactively monitor and identify a potential variance from its standard parameters, so that it can validate with a degree of confidence to resume to its normal operation by itself without human intervention. So those three common points which are being used are given here as component 1, component 2 and component 3. The component 1 is a system which is always expected to be up and running. The system doesn't break down and behaves normally without any external assistance. And what is component 2? It is a monitoring and discovery mechanism which continuously monitors the system to ensure that it is working normally and reports any deviation if there is an expected behavior. Okay, fine. Now, what is component 3? It is the restore protocol. The protocol means a principle behind that will be working there, which takes the necessary steps to bring the system back to normal functionality without external assistance. It can vary from simple scripts to users, end users. Now, the representation of this three-component self-healing IT systems is now given in this particular block diagram. It's a very simple cycle where the system is to be evaluated first and we have to monitor and validate properly and finally restore whatever is the problems which is being found through the protocol. So, for example, considering an AEM system which has been deployed for content management, normally you see in AEM systems there will be a lot of documents which are being formed. So during the first week of every month, content authors will be very active authoring and publishing their content in AEM forms. Whereas this often results in AEM systems being down and inaccessible after a long period, interrupting the content authors. Why so? Because of the large volume of data which happens and there should be an intervention of human activity there. So these are all the concepts which led to self-healing IT concerns. Now let us see the approaches of the self-healing concepts. There are two block diagrams here which is being given. Let us see the first one, the self-healing software system, which consists of analyzing, which is first finding out the fault localization, then comes the monitor, which finds the fault detection, then comes the planning, which is finding the recovery of the faults, and finally execution, that is the verification of all those self-healing concepts which is being done or not. So this is a simple block concept which is being used by self-healing software system. So IBM is already using such a particular concepts. And the other block diagram shows the other important related disciplines which are highly concerned to self-healing IT concern. Self-adaptive systems, it consists of the control systems, the biology, the human immune system, artificial intelligence, the software architecture related to it, and the fault tolerance. Now, the three levels of types which are being used in self-healing systems. There are basically three levels. All of us know the first level, which is often not very complex, only simple rule-based solutions have been defined here. So the solutions what are all often used here is a simple server restart, configuration changes, scenarios, etc. Whereas in level 2, where the systems are having a medium complexity, monitoring discovery tools, helping to monitor the IT system, etc. will be done. And the solution here is a DevOps engineer or a particular solution, independent solution should be available here. And the level 3 is hardware level self-healing redeploy services from an unhealthy node to a healthy node. Here, the simple concept of involvement of an ITDBA, current hardware solutions, is needed there. Now, so based on this particular three-level concept, you can see very well understand the level 1 is nothing but the application level, and level 2 is nothing but the system level, and level 3 is nothing but the hardware level. Is that okay? Now, the concept of selection of levels based on self-healing concepts in IT industries will be based upon the understanding of the criticality of the system, because each system will be in different types of critical situations. If it is the base level, it is in the application level. When it goes deep into that, it becomes the hardware level. So at all these levels, whatever may be the intervention, it will be required to be decided by the end user. And all these levels, it can be configured either preventive format or reactive self-healing format. The preventive self-healing format predicts the probable problems the IT system may face in the future and takes steps to avoid those problems. Okay, it is like prevention. It's better than cure, right? So that is proactively it prevents the errors. So combining real-time and historical data is a better preventive healing approach. Then comes the reactive healing. Reactive healing is a healing in response to an error which is already in widespread use. So for example, redeploying an application to a new physical node in response to an error, thereby preventing downtime, is reactive healing. So that is how we select the levels of the IT self-healing concepts. Now, the major points which we have to keep in mind, and the principles behind this particular IT self-healing concept is, there are 5 main points that we have to keep in mind. The first main point is using immutable infrastructure as code. Okay, fine. Then comes automated testing to keep the code base efficient. Then comes deploying holistic monitoring systems. The fourth main point is employing leading edge smart alerts, triggers and prospective analytics wherever possible, wherever there are particular evaluations to be done. Then the fifth main point is think deeply about how the system can improve self-learning. This is the one which exhibits for future enhancement of any particular product. And when such a particular concept happens, the beta testing is very easy for us, and it helps us to go for that 5 point. Now, with the principles designed for prevention and make it easy for the humans to use it in the loop, will reduce the maintenance cost later. That is the actual idea of every company who are involved with this IT self-healing concept. So let me conclude today's tech talk with the concept that designing systems and applications that are self-healing can improve quality, cut costs, and improve customer trust. Even the best systems still require human intervention, but they can be designed so that the intervention is light touch and easy for the human. Unlike self-healing software and services, today self-healing hardware is still in the realm, making way to biological computing. So now I take this opportunity to thank everybody for listening for this tech talk, and let us do great things for doing a lot of things for the future enhancement of self-healing IT concepts. Okay, fine. Thanks to all. Any questions, kindly mail me to hodcsc@vedavasa.org. And let me say to you, this is one of the current trending research topic which is being used by most of the IT companies. Without intervention of human concepts, how can we heal ourselves? Thank you once again.